There's one main reason why your photos look amateur. It's not the settings, if you have learned them. It's definitely not your gear, even though it'd be super easy to blame it. It is because right now your photos are just technically good snaps and they do not tell a proper story. They are missing ingredients from the visual storytelling formula. If you're new here, hi, I'm Hugo. I've been doing photography for soon 9 years and I train photographers being able to make photos that evoke emotions. And today I want to teach you my signature story triangle so you also will understand how to make photos that will make people say, wow. And after I've taught you that, I will share the #1 reason what's holding your photos back from telling amazing stories. So make sure to watch all the way through so you do not miss any essential steps. Alright, does this sound like you? You go to an incredible location. You're seeing so many beautiful things. Or maybe you aren't at an incredible location, but you do see potential in front of you. You take the photo, you look at it, and you're like, I thought it would be better. The photo doesn't represent what you saw or felt when taking the photograph, or doesn't have a wow factor to it. If that does sound like you, then you will find my story triangle very beneficial. But before we go to that, if you are somebody who does take your photography skill improvement seriously, then make sure to join Focus Notes, my free newsletter from the link in the description. That's where I share insights from my career and journey as a photographer. So here is my story triangle and I'm super proud of having invented this. So it is combined of 3 main elements, and when you have all of these elements in your photographs, then your photos will tell amazing stories. They will stand out and make people just be like, wow, like you took that photo? So let me explain each of these elements so you understand what on earth this is. Alright, so the first part of this is mood. And I define mood in photography by lighting and color combined. So if you have boring lighting in your photos, then there's not much you can do. I mean, there are some things what you can do to make your photo amazing and tell stories, but always when you have bad lighting, your photo just isn't as good as it could be. This is one of the most important elements, and that is where professionals like I focus a lot on catching the right conditions. We obsess on being there at the right time. This is one of the most important things to get right. But even then, if you just have the lighting, that doesn't mean you will have a good photo. Unfortunately, I hope that it was that easy. But color is the second part of this. And what I mean by color is that you must know what each color represents in the photo. You must understand what emotion it gets the viewer. Just like any other art form, every artist is super conscious of what color is being used. So if you just take a photo and you don't think about the colors, then you are missing a massive part to this entire craft. So learn about colors. What do they mean? How to use them together? And most photographers, they don't get the lighting right, and they don't get the color right, and those things alone makes their photos much worse. But let's imagine you now do have the mood right, and then the second thing you must get right is focus. And by this, I do not mean the literal focus point of the photo. I mean that what is the photo about? Most people, especially who are in the very early stage of their journey in photography, when they go into these amazing landscapes, then what happens is that they try to capture everything because everywhere is so beautiful and it is tempting. I know, I've been there. But what happens when you try to capture it all into one photo? Yeah, nothing stands out. And then the photo will be feeling a bit empty. You must always make it clear for the viewer what to watch. If you just try to include it all, and the viewer will just kind of, watch everywhere, then it won't connect with them. As the photographer, you must ask yourself a very simple question, and most people do not ever ask this. But what am I taking a photo of? What is it exactly I'm taking a photo of? And then make sure that it is very clear. Now you can modify this with how you zoom in, zoom out, or with other composition techniques, and then also in the editing process. But if you do not get this right, then nobody's gonna connect with the photograph. And most people do this mistake. When I'm teaching my students, this is the most common thing that people miss. So don't be one of these people. And if you are somebody who does already have some technical knowledge about your camera and you have invested into camera lenses, but you feel you haven't really invested into the skill side of things, and you would like to learn how to really evoke emotions through your photographs and become really proud of your photos, then DM me the numbers 121 on Instagram at Hugraphy, and let's chat to see if I can also train you to become a storytelling photographer. If you do not have Instagram, then just click the other link in the description to see if working together is a good fit. And then lastly, we've got the moment. And this is such an important part, because imagine you have an amazing lighting and you do have great color and it is very clear what to watch. But then there isn't some special moment happening. Then the photo just is not as extraordinary as it could have been. And while this might now at first sound really simple to you, this is something that most people don't understand. The photography, yes, you need to be good at the setting side of things. You must be good at composing your photos. You must be good at post-processing. But then a lot of it is just being there at the right time. You must give yourself a lot of chances to succeed. I go shoot a lot when it comes to overall every year. I don't shoot all the time, but I do give myself many chances of getting lucky on field. So if you just go once and you wish all of this come together, that lighting is amazing and then colors are amazing and you get some extraordinary moment, you just aren't giving yourself the chances of making the best photos out there. And sometimes it doesn't need to be the most incredible thing in the world that the moment is, but just being a bit more patient. A bit more patient, that something changes, something perhaps happens, then that can make for a massive difference in the actual photo. But yeah, mood, focus, moment, this is the story triangle, and when you do have all of this combined, your photos are telling amazing stories and evoking emotions in you and others. But getting this together is, in one photo, takes practice. It does take practice. That it took me a long time to figure this out. So I hope that this is already clicking in your mind, so to say. But what is the number one thing that still holds people back from getting most out of their photographs? It is part of one of these three here, but I want to hone in a bit more on it. Let's take that color. And it's the same color. It's the it's the focus. It's the focus. It's the focus. As I mentioned, to most of my students, I say this as the main thing, that I don't know what to watch here. Or, what is even more likely, is that I say, I'm watching something completely else here than what you intended. I'm watching something completely else what you intended for me to watch. You must get very clear where is the attention going. And that takes skill. And you control the attention with composition and editing. This is some wizard stuff that most photographers never think of. But that's why so many photographers feel their photos just aren't as good. Mood, focus, moment. This is what's gonna make a massive difference in your photographs. And if you have found this video helpful, then you will find this video also helpful, where I dive even deeper into visual storytelling. So watch them next, leave a like, subscribe, and see you there.